1, 2, 3, 4.
Was I, hold on, let me check the audio levels here. Was I a little, quiet there? Well, yes, I was, sharing the stream on, Discord with a couple of folks. But, also, it gave me some time to let that song play, which is a fucking incredible song. And everyone should be, buying the soundtrack off of Bandcamp. That's your duty, folks. Buy Beatrix's OST on Bandcamp, because it is great. Hey, Rose. How's it going? Also, for anyone watching, Rose and I have both gotten pretty huge into this game. Partly because I did send her the I did send her the game as a gift on Steam because I liked it so much, and I was like, she's gonna get a lot out of this. So yeah, welcome to the stream, Rose. If you want, actually, I'll message you on Discord instead. Alright, hold on a second. Let me see what you said in the chat. Would have joined the stream sooner, but I was distracted playing Pokemon. Fair enough. Hold on a moment, folks. We will be right back. We have a special guest joining us today. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the stream for Super Lesbian Animal RPG, celebrating the release of its soundtrack on Bandcamp, which is an amazing soundtrack.
Gotcha.
But, oh, sorry.
I was just letting you know that I will not be moving to
Got it.
where you are. I'm actually gonna be staying with my dad for a couple weeks, and me and my mom are just moving to Vermont right away.
Okay, got it. Thanks for letting me know. But,
As
yeah.
I said in chat, I joined the stream sooner, but I didn't notice your message because I was distracted playing Pokemon.
I mean, you did respond pretty quickly. 6 minutes? That's like, that's like a... Oh, sorry.
I was just joking. I was saying, damn, that's a new record for me.
I was gonna say that's like 10 years in Tommy time. Nah, Tommy's cool, obviously. Alright. But yeah. As you can see, I'm doing a new save file for it.
Yeah, I kind of noticed when I jumped into the stream.
Yeah. We are at the very beginning. But, I figured it would be best to do this instead of, potentially having people who've never seen the game before having to go back to my last stream where I played it. Or to a first look at it.
For the best.
Yeah. But, I'm not sure, do you want to, announce the thing we were talking about, to the public today, or?
Message me which one you mean.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can do that. You can announce that today.
Yeah, I figure, apropos of nothing, we've decided to do a series on Super Lesbian Animal RPG, a stream series together, where I will be playing the game and Rose will be backing me up on the commentary, so that we have banter and a different perspective on it. Because let me also say in the chat.
I mean, you can.
Okay. Yeah. So
But I mean, like that's totally up to you, though.
yeah. So obviously another kind of thing is that we both have different experiences. Both of us are aromantic, but I'm aromantic and ace. Or sorry, I'm aromantic and omnisexual. She is aromantic and ace. And essentially, this game, one of the big things you'll notice about it if you're unaware, quickly, something that you'll notice is that, let me see if my mouse cursor is getting picked up in the stream. It is not. Let me check that. It does say that I can... Okay. Melody here is a trans character. And I am cis. So I don't have that kind of direct connection to Melody, which Rose does.
Damn it, you stole from me. I was gonna be like, but someone in this call does.
Sorry. But also I can also put our pronouns on the stream just so that no one's doing any fucky shit and no one has any excuses.
I mean, I'm a pretty easygoing person as it is, so.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if you've seen the channel today. But
No, I've been laying down most of the day.
Yeah, I understand. But we had and by the way, these are correct pronouns, correct? Oh, I said well, I put on there she, her.
Yeah, I see it now. Yes, those are correct. It's just the stream's a little delayed on my end, so.
Yeah, of course. But I probably should have just said it outright. But yeah, essentially, like I only have a connection to this game in being a queer person, not in being a queer woman or a trans lesbian. Obviously, Rose being ace is not a lesbian, but she does have that connection to being a trans woman. So she is able to kind of point out some things that I may miss that are kind of really cool about Melody, or it's just kind of cool to see people being able to say holy shit, like that's really good representation. Motherfuckers get mad about it, but like it's true, but
Yeah, funny thing actually, I had to explain to like my entire family last night, like while we were all in the car, that queer doesn't mean like gay. It just means like the LGBT community.
Yeah, it's a catch-all term. Yeah, definitely. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, anything about that. Also, the reason why I mentioned what's going on the channel is, I'll show you a graph. I'll show you a graph on YouTube Studio, and you'll instantly see what I mean. And this is an up-to-date one. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? And this is why I wanted to stream tonight instead of waiting till the weekend. What I'm about to send you is... But also because of, you know, the fact that the soundtrack just came out. Let me see here. This fucking thing I'm about to send you has been taking over my life today. And you'll see why.
48 hours ago? What?
Within 40... I have had my biggest video with... Like, this single video, the new worst video game ever, costs $2,000 on Steam. This video has suddenly become 3 or 4 times bigger than any other video on my channel in the first not even 24 hours.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not fucking with you. This game fucking picked up a whole lot of traction, and I'm one of the, like, 10 or 12 people who own it. So I am the first person who made a video on it, and people are fucking going haywire, like, fucking watching this shit. It's making my channel blow the, like, relatively the fuck up, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah, I can see that. Holy shit.
I was struck while the iron is hot. While the iron is hot. Bleh. But, so I need a palate cleanser, if you will. And what better a palate cleanser than this amazing fucking game, SLRPG, not the hidden and unknown or whatever the fuck it's called. I will occasionally take a break or for a second or so to check the comments, because I want to make sure that nobody's spewing hate speech, because shock of all shocks, the game I'm talking about in this video that I sent you is transphobic and sexist.
Wonderful.
But, yeah, not cool, but,
Yeah, definitely not.
yeah, so there needs to be balance in the world. I want this stream to get 5,000 views.
in balance.
In today.
As all things should be.
To everything there is a season. And the season of SLRPG is coming soon. But yeah, there's just a bunch of people just, like, lighting me up in the comments, like, you dumbass, you spent $2,000 on the game, and it's like, dude, I told you multiple times, I got it for free 3 months ago.
I swear, I just like to frickin' start drama. They don't actually pay attention to what goes on.
Exactly, especially when they're gamers.
Yeah.
Gamers notoriously do not pay attention to anything. Anyways, let's let's proceed with
So how much does the soundtrack like go for, by the way?
it
Just
is
like-
being on Bandcamp, it's pay what you want, but it starts at $10.
Alright. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, because the soundtrack of that game is killer.
Oh yeah, it's definitely worth $10 for 75 tracks. Some of it is like little, short 4-second, like the little dingy sounds when something special happens. But yeah, 75 tracks for $10 is fucking insane. I love it.
That's incredible.
I'm gonna buy the soundtrack again though when it comes onto Steam. So yeah, I'm gonna spend at least $20 on it.
I mean, hey, we're...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, like, worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Beatrix Quinn is an amazing composer. Do you want to do like the little voice acting for this, or the characters in the game? I mean,
Oh, you're doing like self-made voices?
actually, probably not a great idea with the stream delay.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of worried about.
Yeah, if we were gonna do that, I'd want to change the stream delay. Okay, we can do that next time. We weren't planning on doing this today, so it's fine. But and man, how lucky it's so gay. And oh my god, I love the wink she does. It's so the pixel art in this game is just great.
Got someone else in the chat now.
Oh, Terran Systems. Hi, welcome, Terran. This is Rose. I am Matthew.
Hello, Taryn.
Hey, Hootie. But it's so good. And then you see her fucking tail wag thing. It's so good. Like the detail in this game is just fucking like excellent. Also, everyone should read the prologue comic for this. It is so good.
I will attest to that, yeah.
You can really tell this game took 10
This
years.
game before.
Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, like, yeah, if you've never played this game before and you're planning on it, definitely read the prologue.
The prologue, it's not necessary to understand the game, but it will make a lot of the, like, dialogue make more sense, if that makes sense. Especially a bit later into the game. And it's also just an amazing little comic, like, the art is just terrific, the writing is adorable. It is, like, iconic. The writing in this game it's so good. And we aren't even at the, like, hilarious bit yet.
No.
Also, we will be slightly speedrunning this because I've played this point, up to this point, twice before, but I've also seen Rose playing it. Also, set it to sprint. The game is not considered art, but we are maxing out the politics slider. Oh, hold the sprint key. I should have done that. Alright, and then we are maxing out the ludonarrative dissonance. This is what pro SLRPG players do.
I would not know that.
This is because I have taught you poorly. Please cease the out-of-pocket comments about the quality of the clues. So fucking good. Is it Claire? Correct. Who else would slide directions for a scavenger hunt under my door this late at night? Okay, true. So what exactly was the point of this? Is this more training or something? Again, it's so charming. Ah, my back is fucking killing me. Alright,
The game doesn't even like give you an option of like to guess anyone else. It's literally like, is it Claire or is it Claire? What are you doing?
exactly. It's like there's no, and that's the thing. It's kind of telling you that there's no doubt in the characters' minds that it could be Claire.
Yeah.
You know, like they're not like, ooh, maybe it's Jody or maybe it's Faith.
Nope, it's definitely Claire.
Yeah, definitely. Who else would have done that? Also, I'm gonna take a second to grab a second pillow for my back, because holy shit, I feel like I'm dying. Neck pillow accomplished. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Just welcoming you back to the stream.
Yeah. So. Now I'm not actually gonna read this because it's gonna mean that, you know, you can't really talk while I'm reading it. So, especially considering you can't see it with the stream delay. So I'll just proceed here. And then we'll chime in when there's something really funny. Other than that, though, hope it's been all good in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Yeah.
So, damn, I can't believe they killed the... Hold on a second. The music for the game is a bit loud right now. Oh, you can actually flee? I didn't know you could flee from fights. That's interesting. But yeah, I can't believe they killed Claire off so fast.
Yeah, I can't believe Claire's dead.
I'm gonna have to change the audio levels for the music.
I mean, you're very familiar with you're there and then one minute you're gone.
She's a necromancer. It's like the Judas Priest song, Necromancer. Which is a fucking incredible song. And everyone who, after you're done listening to the SLRPG soundtrack by Beatrix Quinn, go listen to Necromancer by Judas Priest. Fucking amazing, return to form song. Love it. But, oh. Hey, I don't play RPGs myself anymore. Could you give me a brief explanation of the goal of this game? Kiss your girlfriend and help other lesbians kiss their girlfriends. That's a goofy way of putting it, but very reductive way of putting it.
1,000 DPS per. Like,
yes, Allison here is an amazing, like, she just destroys everything. She's so fun. But, essentially this game is kind of, it's a lot of, the, how to put it, like the quintessential kind of queer storytelling, stuff you see in like She-Ra, Princesses of Power and whatnot. So it's kind of like, it's a lot of, most of the people in it are just kind of lovable characters, even the ones who are, villains. To an extent, obviously there are some exceptions. You will see which ones pretty clearly. But yeah, it's kind of like a perfect story of, just imagining a world where, queer folks, whether they're lesbian or not, because the title may suggest that every character in this is a lesbian. They're not. Melody here is bisexual, but it's called Lesbian Animal RPG because all of the main characters are dating women, but or dating other women rather. So it's kind of a. It's kind of like a, what if you had like this very epic story, but it was warm and comfy and hilarious and just the gayest fucking thing you've ever seen. The music is incredible. That's what the stream is for. It's to celebrate the release of the soundtrack by Beatrix Quinn. And it's just, like, for people who are queer, even if you're not trans, lesbian, bisexual, anything like that, like, there is just so much pride overwhelming in this game that makes it so, like, it feels like it's a hug from the developers, essentially. And this is technically my third playthrough of it, though I haven't finished the second one. And I have also more of it I have seen Rose here playing it, because we were, I would, chime in and kind of say like, ooh, maybe this, just kind of having a bit of seeing the game from the perspective of someone who is playing it for their first time, which this is one of those games where you play it and then it's like it's the only thing you want to talk about for weeks on end, and then it's like, fuck, I have to share this with someone, and then I want to see how they, then become like super ecstatic about it. What do you think, though, Rose?
I definitely think it's a really fun game and really enjoyable. I was absolutely in love with it from the first 5 minutes in that I was playing, and not to mention the game is fucking hilarious.
Yes,
with the it has.
Like, the writing in this game is so on point, but it also will go to some places where it'll be like, fuck. You haven't gotten there yet, Rose? Not quite? But there are some scenes in it where it's just like, shit, like they went there, you know? And we're probably not going to get to that in this stream, but we will in the future streams of it.
Like I said, after I have a computer for streaming myself, I'll be able to start streaming my playthrough of it.
Exactly. Alright. Thank you for that. I've never been a real RPG fan, but I get the point now. Yeah, it's, also, I will be changing the audio levels on this, after this, you know, we get through the text here. This does have combat elements, if I spotted that right. Yes, it does. And the combat in this game is actually really fun once you kind of get into the groove of it. But it's, if I had to explain it kind of like as a log line, it's like the attitude of Undertale, sort of, where it's kind of not the meta humor of it, but like the way it will kind of fuck with you as a player a little bit. But it's more kind of teasing in this game, like it's not as deep into that as Undertale is, but the combat is more kind of inspired by Earthbound, the other Mother games, the original few Final Fantasies. But yeah, this is like super good. Like if you know anyone who's into RPGs, like this is one of those games where if you send it to them, they will love you forever.
Definitely true.
Just also don't send them, what was it, Super Lesbian Croissant RPG? The video for that?
Oh my god.
Croissant!
You did not. Chat, I want you to ring this Matthew fella here a new one.
The funny thing is, I've never really played any of said games. I know my sister was a really big fan of the games you mentioned. She would probably enjoy this game a lot, especially if, you know, if just kind of like the, if she's into like very funny games, like this game is fucking hilarious. I've always been very nitty about the games I play. That's totally fair.
It's their own taste in the kind of games that they do like to play. So
Exactly.
So if you're not an RPG person, like, probably not for you, but like your sister, if she is an RPG, she would probably love this game.
Also, we did get to a fake out ending. But yeah, definitely start with, if anyone wants to play this game, definitely start them with the prologue comic. I'm not gonna show that here because, you know, people should be reading that on the website, in my opinion.
You lost the game? I didn't even know you could do that! I do want to be an adventure. I can. Oh!
I'm telling you, this game is fucking hilarious. It is so good.
be an adventure. Nope. Right, game over. Fuck.
I feel like I've been missing out on so much, but at the same time, I feel like watching others enjoy these kinds of games would be more my thing. I'm more of a spectator. Well, I will say Rose and I will be playing this game from start to finish as a stream series together. So you get to not only see one person enjoying it, but you get to see two people enjoying it.
Not to mention, unlike Matthew here, like, he's actually played through the game a few times. So I've never actually finished the game. I'm only still in chapter 2, but I'll probably be starting over just to, like, for the entire, like, stream series.
Yeah. And also... Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just, like, adding on to the fact that, like, to do, like, a whole entire, like, blind playthrough.
Yeah. Also, San 3 or Sane, this is actually the reason why I'm doing the soundtrack, or why I'm doing the stream. The soundtrack just got released onto Bandcamp, today, for $10. It's pay what you want because it's Bandcamp. But yeah, chiptunes is one way you could put it. Electronica is another. Synth, you could say, to an extent. But yeah, it just came out today on Bandcamp, the soundtrack did. I love the soundtrack. I'll play you an excerpt in a second, but first we have to get through the dialogue here. But yeah, Rose and I will be playing through this game in its entirety on stream. We've actually got all of the thumbnails ready to go for it, so...
Just a matter of actually doing it now.
Exactly. And I'm not sure if, I'm not sure how long we'll be doing it for, because I know the game is about... I think I clocked in at about 16 hours at the end of it. So I don't know if we'd be doing, like, shorter streams, or if we just kind of do, like, big ones on the weekend or something. I don't know. It depends. Also, we can change the music in a second.
I mean, my stream is like, will definitely be like really back and forth. Like, some days I might do like a total of like 6 to 7 hours of gameplay. Other days I might do like just like 2 hours. Maybe not, like, maybe only like an hour even.
Yeah. I like doing variant length streams as well. Doing whatever kind of works. But, yeah, this game is so fucking good. Like, this is what I needed as a cool-off after that fucking piece of shit. God damn. Alright. I really should have done this from the start. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, now you can actually be heard, Rose, against the music when it's pumping up real big. So the battle soundtrack won't be just overwhelming the mix. Anyways, here is an excerpt of the soundtrack.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dun, dun, dun. For me, the time zone will be an issue for watching the streams. I currently have the today off from work. I'm from Finland and it's 4 AM here. I just got caught in your review thanks to a news article. There's a news article covering my thing that mentions my video? Fuck. That popped on my Google front page. What the? Who the fuck did this, and why didn't they email me? This song is so fucking good, though. It's called Star Power, by the way. Can I count it as my song of the year, even though it came out last year?
Okay, I'm back, but unfortunately it's gameplay up.
Oh, you gotta head off?
Yeah, I gotta finish packing up because I'm leaving in the morning.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for stopping by. I do hope you have I do hope that the move goes well, and thanks for chatting for the past 48 minutes. See you later.
Hang out for a bit.
Yeah.
I do hope you enjoy the rest of your stream, and hope everyone in the stream proceeds to enjoy it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cheers. See ya.
Alright, see ya.
Bye. Alright. Okay, thank you for clarifying that, by the way. A Finnish media site made a post about the crazy $2,000 game and mentioned the 2 positive reviews and a negative review. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. I was about to be like, what the fuck? Because I wouldn't mind talking about the game to a review site or anything. But, yeah, Rose... by the way, is one of my best friends. She will be stopping by on the channel from time to time. And anyone being rude to my friends, like, you can be rude to me, but if anyone is ever rude or bigoted towards my friends, I will, like, drop kick them. So, please, you know, for your own safety, do not be a dick to Rose or any other friends, like Dan or Tommy. I get to be a dick to my friends, no one else does. I'm joking, but... I'm gonna let y'all see the jokes here, because these ones are pretty funny, too. I have faith in nature... I mean, the ecosystem. This game's so good. But yeah, she and I will be doing a stream series on this game, so check that out, when it starts dropping, I guess. We may stream it at an earlier time in the day, but obviously time zones being in Europe, you know, may not permit, but I do love that one of these is basically the power of being gay. It's so good. I love the graphics. I'm getting Stardew Valley vibes graphics-wise. I think maybe in terms of the pixel art, but the hand-drawn art is definitely quite a bit different, I would say. This is the one I'm gonna pick, but yeah. Yeah, unfortunately it could overlap with work or sleep for me. Yeah, that's totally fair, you know, but thankfully I always have VODs because I don't stream to Twitch right now because it was breaking. So, YouTube only for me right now. I'm a YouTube exclusive. For the time being. This one's also very funny. Well, it feels like I'm a kind of natural healer. It just feels right. If it can be any faith, then it could be just my faith in my ability to heal. You're telling me that you want to believe so hard that you have magic healing abilities that the belief itself gives you the arcane power needed to actually cast healing spells, which would in turn prove that belief right, like some kind of magical self-esteem Ouroboros. Is that what you're saying? Well, I mean, resolute paladins are a thing, but it's not that simple, Melody. Melody did help me out with last flu season. But yeah, definitely I do try to make sure that, you know, everything that I do is watchable in some, like, reasonable capacity. I don't like having stuff kind of squirreled away, you know? I think if I'm gonna be showing off the games, they should be visible, you know, in all of what I'm trying to showcase. And that's what I try to do here more than just riffing on shit games. I'm generally not about that personally. I generally try to focus on the positive. Like, I want to be the kind of guy who you can be looking at and saying, you know, maybe maybe I don't agree with him all the time, maybe I don't like this or that about him, but, you know, when he says something is really cool, you know, I'm gonna check it out, because, you know, he kind of put me onto this or that was, like, really fucking great. But that's the idea. Obviously, no reason to focus on bad games when you should be showing actual good games to people. Absolutely. You know, I only focused on the Lost and Hidden or whatever because I had a feeling no one else would be able to touch it. And I thought that someone had to crack the door open on that one. Or rather, bust the door in on that one, I should have said. Dislikes bad stuff. I'm telling you, this is the gayest video game ever made. Obviously, yeah, okay. Already read that one. I may also add in a music interlude because this stream is focusing on the fact that it's that the soundtrack is on Bandcamp. So I will be showing off some of that. Toilet. But through that video, I actually found a lot of good games and familiar ones on your channel that you made reviews of. I'm definitely gonna check those out. Thank you. I have done quite a few, you know, or rather, I've done quite a lot of ones where I'm trying to kind of focus on shit that, that I think is promising, like genuinely promising, not like, ooh, let me laugh at this, you know? Every game on the channel besides that one has been a game that I thought could have been good to some extent or another. So definitely really, really glad to hear that. Oh, I'm loving the soundtrack, alright. Exactly, it's so fucking good. If you'd like, I can play another track off of it. This one looks like it is credited to Tom Wall. Oh no, it isn't. Wrong one. It's sounds really cheesy, but I just wanted to tell you all of that. Thank you, though. Thank you for being a little cheesy, you know? The world needs a little cheese, in my opinion. This song is Allison's Radio, by the way. As a Finnish person, we rarely compliment others, and it's looked down upon if you go to the lengths that I just did. I do feel a little uncomfortable because it's too cheesy. Totally fair, you know? This is so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Like, I love this fucking game. I love this soundtrack so much. It's amazing. I'll play some more musical interludes throughout the stream, of course. Because again, trying to show off some great music. Like, oh, damn. Beatrix Quinn is an amazing composer. She is so fucking good. It's so good. It's so gay, I love this game. Like, again, it's not a game that represents me personally, but it's also just like... It is so great seeing people getting the kind of representation that they haven't for decades, beyond just like, you know, really transphobic and homophobic jokes and shit. So yeah, this game is like the first perfect like game that is this queer, as far as I'm concerned. Music can affect the enjoyment of a game so much. That's why I liked Stardew Valley and VVVV a lot before. Yeah, definitely, because Dome Keeper, that's a game where I was like, the music is what kind of made the game fully click with me. I have a short on that, but it's like you kind of hover back down to like the bottom parts of the mine, and then the music swells and shit. Oh, it's so beautiful. And it's like, you know, that's where it kind of is like, okay, this is more than just like a mining game, right? Like, it's a good mining game, but it's a lot more than that. Like, in terms of the vibe and tone of it and shit, it's so good. Like when the music brings out emotions while playing, that just completes the experience. This game almost had me on the verge of tears at the very end of it, and I've said this multiple times when I'm talking about it, because it genuinely almost made me cry. Like, just... not because it was sad, necessarily. I don't want to spoil it, even if the ending is sad or not. It's like one of those games where it's just like, people, I think, should be able to experience it, like, on their own, you know? And kind of see things for themselves. But, like, just the fact that, you know, just seeing the title, like the title and then the credits starting to roll, it was like, it finally hit me where it was like, I loved my time playing this game up until that point, of course, but it was at that moment where it was just like, it fully hit me just how much I think it is a special experience. And honestly, one of the best games I've ever played, handily. It's just so good. Like, the art is so amazing. Like, this game is just, it is non-stop just, like, quality writing. Sounds like you enjoyed it a lot. I can totally relate. I've played a couple story-based games, and when it was over, I felt bad almost. I wanted the feeling from before finishing the game back. Yeah, I do get that. It's like, towards the end of it, I was like, man, I want to see the ending of this, like, before the end of the year, so let me kind of avoid some of the side quests and just kind of get everything done. And then it was like, as I was finishing, it was like, fuck, I just want to bottle that up, you know? That feeling up of playing it for the first time. And being able to just be like, what the fuck is coming around this next quarter? I know, like, the writing is just... it's so good. Also, this bit. The game doesn't let you ever walk back up to the fireplace. Like, it's those little details, you know? Aw, man. Already had breakfast. I mean, having a uniform gives people expectations, mainly the expectation that we know what we're doing. Okay, the writing is amazing. Yes, indeed, it is. It is genuinely phenomenal writing. And look at all. I will take this one. I can maybe stop having shift on the whole time. Oh no, not in enemies. Little fast bastards. Also, one of the great things about this game is that Melody is kind of like a human healing potion. So you don't have to be running back. Like, one of the things that breaks up a lot of gameplay flow in RPGs is having to run back to the healing stations. You don't have to do that in this game because, presto, she can heal outside of battle. It's amazing. The healer can heal outside of battle. They don't have to have a health bar over their head to be able to heal. So then you don't have to run back and be like, oh, let me heal up at the Pokemon Center or whatever. No, you just gotta be like, okay, let me use some of my healing spells. And that allows you to kind of focus on fighting as well as Melody. Because you can just use your healing outside of the fight. Like, it's genuinely brilliant. And also, you don't have to grind in this game, which is another, like, really great, you know, way of just making this feel, like, so fucking, like, much better than, you know, I lost my thread, to be honest, there. But yeah, just everything about this game is so fucking good. Except for misses. Misses can go to hell. Thankfully, they go away after a certain point in the game. I do have to excuse myself, must get a bit of sleep before heading out today. I already caught for 3 hours thanks to you. Don't worry, it's been fun regardless. Cheers! Thanks for stopping by. I do be apologizing, but have a good one. And yeah, if you want, you can catch the VOD. If you want to, of course. Your call. I look forward to checking the VOD out and maybe even trying the game out myself. I will say, I may have some plans regarding making that a little easier for some folks, but we'll talk about that once Rose and I start streaming it. Yeah, take care. Thank you, and have a great rest of your night. I remember the thread I had before, so this game, you don't have to grind in it. Like, you can, but it just gets you ahead of the curve. Like, it's entirely optional. And you can also just run away from battles without having to, you know, worry about it. The thing is that if you kind of run your head up against the wall, it can lead to some fatigue, but the game lets you run away from fights and avoid the battles altogether, because every battle is in the overworld. So if I don't want to fight this dude, I don't have to. I can see these snakes having a picnic instead. Whoa, I wonder why you can walk all over the tent. Maybe I should interact with it. Hey! Look who's back this stream. Welcome, Jerome. And, yeah, this, by the way, is, in case you haven't found, or if you haven't seen my SLRPG arc heretofore, this is genuinely one of my favorite games ever. I've been loving the fuck out of it. It's so good. I'm really happy that you're playing one of your favorite games, and I hope I can like the game as well. Yeah. That's something I will talk about possibly in the next stream I do of this, which would be with my friend Rose, who was guesting on the stream earlier today. But yeah, I have some plans regarding that. The writing in this game is so good. I would like to meet another friend of yours, and I hope I can watch more of your streams. Thank you. Yeah, Rose, Tommy, and Dan, at least I've already shored up some collaborations with them the next couple of weeks. So, and also just for the foreseeable future, so... Yeah, I have a couple of other friends who I would like to do stuff with, but, you know, just scheduling things. But, yeah. Definitely, I would love to share, you know, I would like to let some more of my friends kind of be able to have a presence on the channel, so that they can kind of, you know, introduce themselves and, you know, add their, you know, perspective to things. This is one of the funniest jokes in the game, by the way, this damn tent. It's so good. Who painted this tent on the ground? Like, it tricks your eye and you're like, ooh, that's gonna be a tent, I can probably go into it. What? It's... And then if you don't click on it, you're just like, what the fuck? And then you just like walk off of it. But if you click on it, it's like... the game knows. It's kind of fucking with you, but in a way that is like it's not staring into the camera and being like, look at me, I understand I'm a game, I'm self-aware. It's more kind of like, they'll kind of like nudge you and be like, see what I'm doing here? And it is very charming. It is very endearing. But yeah, I did want to keep this, or get us up to this point in the stream so that we're not missing any story context with Rose, since, like I said before, she'll be co-streaming this with me, and we plan on doing that for the whole game. So, yeah, I will, that's not going to be the end of the stream, though, because this game, or this stream, rather, I'm trying to focus on, the soundtrack, which just came out on Bandcamp today. So I'm going to play one of the songs on here. I know, it's so good. And yeah, it's such a good joke. This song is called Transform. It's so good. That's such a good, like, theme, like, the music, everything about this game is just so good. I'm gonna play another one of the songs that, I played this one earlier twice, I think.
1, 2, 3.
It's so good though. This game actually came out this came out in December, the game did. The soundtrack came out this month, or today actually. But yeah, this is one of the best, like, this is one of the best games I've ever played. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do my damnedest to show why. Why this is so good. I know it's just like everything about it is just it's a game where a lot of people are gonna kind of write it off because of the name, but like if you put any attention into it, like into seeing what it's doing, you're gonna like quickly find out like no, like it really is like a fantastic game. Like it is so like I was saying before, this is like the kind of game where you play it and then it's like you get to the end of it and it just consumes like like your thoughts for weeks. I beat this game on Christmas is when I finished it. Um, I beat it in I think 3 sessions, and it was like 5 hours, 7 hours, like 8 hours or something like that. Uh, Probably not actually. Like that's probably bad math, but like it was basically just like do like I never do that with games because like y'all have seen my Steam library. I have so many fucking games. This is a game where it's like you kind of just want to like go all in on it, you know, and just it's and then the soundtrack like some of the names of the songs are also just hilarious. You got songs like Melodies Plan to Get Super Ripped, which is by Devi McCallion of Black Dresses. What the fuck? Devi is like an incredible musician. Like, uh, and then there's It's Always Gay in Greenridge. um, there's Gay Station, all and Gay Station trademarked. Um, um, there's let me see. Some of these other ones are just very funny. Claire's Idea of Fun. Claire joins the party as the third wheel. Let me check some of these other ones. Lo-fi beats to restore HP and MP2. Let's see. Okay. There's a song on here called Secret Bonus Track. I'm not going to play that one because I want people to be able to check that out themselves. But I want to see about lo-fi beats to restore HP and MP2. Okay, I remember this one. There's a Labyrinth Rave. Some of these I think are going to be a bit darker, so I'm not going to play those ones. I will play Twin Moon Dance. It's so good. Yeah, so this game is kind of like... It definitely has some Undertale to it, but I will say it is, like, it's way less meta than Undertale is. Um, oh, this song is so good. It builds so, like the instrumentation is, oh, it's so good. But like I was saying before, Slow RPG is kind of more like it plays with you and your expectations, but it's not like it's not trying to make huge points about like being a player of video games or anything. Is the big thing I would point out as being kind of like a big point of contrast between the two. I know that's not what you were talking about necessarily, you were talking about the soundtrack, but this game does have, the soundtrack does have a lot of dissonance to it as well, like right now. Oh man, the memories of playing this part of the game are flooding back right now. Oh, I love this game so fucking much, man. It's so good. Do you have any idea where I've been this entire time? Well, let me tell you, I've been talking to AI on this thing called Character AI. Kind of like that, that one, Replica with a K. Like one of those, doesn't sound like it's that kind of one, but yeah, I'm familiar with, like, the, AI that you can kind of talk to, the general premise of it at least. Let me see. I want to play at least like another song or two. Like I don't want to cannibalize like the soundtrack or anything, but then again, you can't really clip this and listen to it like you would the music, so I think we're kind of safe on that. I'm gonna play this one called Nova Strike with an exclamation point. Oh, Nova Strike. I know this one. It's pretty fun, and you can make your own story with some characters in anime or game characters or anything you can really take off. It helped me put my stories out there much more easily. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so kind of more like AI Dungeon than Replica in that case. Got it. fuck, scrap metal. I love this song too. And you can already tell what part of the game it's from. It's from the desert, desert island. Ah, shit. It's so good. I know, why is Super Lesbian Animal RPG, like, everything about it, like, why is the writing so good? Why is the music so good? Why is the pixel art so good? Why is the hand-drawn art so good? You want me to blow your McFrickin' mind? You wanna know what this game was originally called? It was called Super Lesbian Horse RPG, and it was a My Little Pony fan game from 2013. And yes, everything about it is fucking incredible. I'm not kidding. Like, oh my god. And it's just like, when I bought this the day it came out, and that may be the greatest purchase I've ever made in my life. It's so good. Like, fuck. The music is so fucking good. Beatrix Quinn, what the fuck have you done? You're telling me this was a fan game of My Little Pony and it turned into this? I'm dumbfounded. You have officially blown my mind. Yes, I'm not kidding. This is the second... Not only is this a My Little Pony fan game that was turned into a full commercial release and stripped of all of the IP that would get it sued for being released as a commercial fan game, it's the second indie game that has done the exact same thing. Them's Fightin' Herds, you may be familiar with, is a fighting game which was originally called, let me see, it was My Little Pony Friendship is, let me see, Fighting is Magic. And then it was turned into like an actually fantastic fighting game with like gorgeous art and shit. And it's like, how? Why are the fucking pony fans so good at art? like I'm not into My Little Pony or into like furry fan fiction or anything like that, or anything that you would think that you would need to be into to get into this game, just like looking at it at a glance. And yet, I am about as into it as anyone could be at this point. Like it is, it is so good. I'll play one more song, and then I think we'll do the wrap up. But this one's called Greenrich Theme, but 37% softer. I'm not actually gonna play that one because that's not a very hype way of going out. Gay Boss 3. And this song shows you just how strong the melodies in this soundtrack are. Like, you can just hear this and you're like, oh. It's that melody. What do all of them sound like? You're entering a boss room. I know. They all do sound like very hype, like boss fight songs. Not all of these are that I've played. I'm actually gonna play one more. I lied. I'm gonna do Allison's Radio because that song's an amazing song. But I played it earlier, but it's just a good reprise, I think. And this song is actually one of Allison's superpowers, essentially. Like, turning this song on. I'm not kidding, it's so good. It sounds like, you're right, it does sound like this sounds like a great anime, like, it sounds like, you know, that through, like, bad speakers that you may have had growing up or something. It has that kind of nostalgic edge to it. Ah, fuck. This is the bit. Fuck. It's like one of those ones where you gotta kind of talk along to it, cause it's just so good, you know. Yeah. This soundtrack is amazing. It's $10 on Bandcamp right now. It's absolutely a steal at that, because it has 128 files. And I think about 75 of them are songs, and the rest are sounds, like sound effects. And little bits and bobs, and leftovers and whatnot. Damn, it's so fucking good. Everything about it is so fucking good. The game's amazing, the soundtrack's amazing, the prologue comic, which is free to read, and is just the cutest fucking thing ever. Fuck, everything about it is so good. Like, it's hilarious, it's beautiful, it sounds great, it plays great, it's... like, I'm not kidding when I say, like, this really is one of the best games ever. Handily. Um, gushing about this game, like, is such a good blowing off steam after having to post the shit about the hidden and unknown, which granted has been like amazing for the channel, but also is like I don't want to have all of my videos becoming like cynical and mocking games about mocking them. Rather, I want to kind of shine a light on games like this, where it's like a lot of people aren't giving it the time of day, but they should. um, the soundtrack's great, the game's great, the comic's great. I would strongly recommend reading the comic before going into the game. It's free. It's on the website for the game. Um, yeah, it's just so good. I will drop a link to it for anyone who does end up wanting to buy the game. Because of this video I'm doing here. I'm gonna. Oh wait, I went to the wrong link. I'm gonna pull up the website with the comic. I'm gonna give a link to it because again, it's completely free. There are no ads on the website. It's just a beautiful comic with great art, and it's just so cute and funny and like amazing. Like again, this is like the first game that has been this like overtly gay. Like this fucking gay and been like an 11 out of 10. Like it's so fucking great. You know, I have, like minor nitpicks with it, but nitpicks don't change a masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. It and honestly, I kind of like having some like minor flaws to the game cuz then it's like you can kind of talk about them and shit and be like, "Oh, fuck that bit of the game," But then you kind of grow from it and you don't have to worry about it. $10 to own. Yeah, of course. Um so it's $10, but it's pay what you want. So people can pay more for it if they're like this soundtrack's amazing. Take $20 instead. um because, Bandcamp is how things should be done as far as I'm concerned, with regards to paying out creators. Itch.io does it as well. Or Itch.io. With the pay what you want. And I think Valve should institute that. So it's like, if I end up loving a game and I want to basically kind of like tip the developers, I guess you could phrase it as, and be like, you did an amazing job here, have $20 extra or something like that. I wish Steam would add something like that, because I definitely would spend an extra $30 just to just to give it to the developers of this game, because it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Yeah, definitely check this one out if you haven't already. Definitely put it on your wish list. If you just want to dive right into it, get on that comic and then check it out. Because this is like a once in a generation kind of game. Like there's nothing else like it out there, and I think that should be rewarded more than this fucking putting a game out for $2,000, but not actually like being serious about that. It's just trick people. I think this deserves to be, held up as being a shining example of what independent games can do. That you just can't get out of AAA games. Would Ubisoft publish this? No, not in a fucking million years. Would Blizzard do it? No, because Blizzard sucks. Would fucking CD Projekt Red do it? No. And is this better than The Witcher 3? Yeah, I would say so. Like, and I love The Witcher 3, but also, and it is one of my favorite games ever, but this is like, at least probably like top 10, maybe. At least top 20, for sure. I think I've babbled on enough about it. Everyone should have more than enough Slurpg to Slurpg on the channel and see if this is for you. Yeah, thanks to anyone who stopped by. Special thanks to Rose for coming on to the stream and chatting with me on the game and the music and everything. Thanks to anyone who's watching the VOD, of course. After this is done, being recorded. Sorry about that. And thanks to anyone who's kind of stopping on the channel after my biggest video ever, and it's already my biggest video ever, and it's almost 24 hours since I dropped it. Yeah, that's been a fucking ride on its own. So, I'm glad that, one of my favorite games by... Okay, I'm just looking at some of the comments on the video. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check in on that and make sure nobody said some foolishness. But, yeah, I think that, I'm just glad that I was able to kind of play one of my favorite games, talk with one of my favorite people, have some really fun and stimulating conversations with folks in the chat. This is the kind of vibe people should be able to expect from the channel. Is kind of, just good, kind of positive, wholesome-ish vibes, but if I need to pull the fangs out, I will. Is what, people should expect. Not me shitting ruthlessly on games. I'm not about that exclusively. And I do want to keep that being a minimum on the channel. Within reason. If I play something that's shit, I'll tell you what I think about it. But yeah, just been a very cathartic stream. I hope everyone else has enjoyed it as much as I have. And I hope that y'all check out the soundtrack if it sounded great to you. It's not on Spotify or anything yet, but it is on Bandcamp. It will be coming to Steam. They said this month as well, but we're not sure when exactly it will be on Steam. So if you don't want to use Bandcamp, it will be on Steam, at least according to the website last I checked. So this is a soundtrack you want to have in your library, though, because the fucking library, though, because the fucking the fucking incredible songs on here you can't find anywhere else. Like, there's nothing else like them. nothing else like Allison's Radio or Star Power or what was the other big fucking like one that just blew like the lid off here? Transform. Transform is an amazing song. Twin Moon Dance as well was fucking delightful. Yeah, just check it out, even if it's not your cup of tea. At least, you know, share it with people who who would be into it. Is what I'd ask of anyone who's not personally interested in the game. Because I said before, and I'll say again, this is one of those games where if you share it with someone who clicks with it, they'll love you forever. um. So yeah. Thank you to everyone who came by. I will now be wrapping up the stream. Cheers. Have a great rest of your day, and wonderful 2023. And this has felt really good, So cheers.